How many sponsors do you think we have lost on this podcast?
Um,
More than we've kept.
retained two. so,
Well, we told that dick pill hair medicine company to kick rocks.
we
Yeah,
did.
and then remember the Beard Club meeting?
Uh-huh.
The Beard Club. Kyle and I had to do a goddamn. We had to do a Zoom call with the Beard Club people when they wanted to sponsor the show, and the guy was like, "We want you guys to be involved in that and just talking about the beard lifestyle," is what they said to us. And then Kyle the whole time was texting me like, "This is bullshit. I hate it," and I'm trying not to laugh. And just sending me these messages when I'm like, "Oh yeah, man, we're excited for this partnership." And then he goes, I go, "Oh yeah," like, and they go, "Are there any products you guys would love?" Like, and I was like, "Well, I don't grow my beard in well, like high on my cheeks." And he goes, "Shane, we got something for you." And it was just this like stick with a bunch of spikes on it that I was supposed to roll
a
across
yard
my face.
aerator. Yeah.
Yeah. And that was and Kyle just texted me, "This sounds incredibly unscientific," and I laughed really loud. And then they pretty much stopped sponsoring us right away.
Well, because it's all. Because then they're like, "This is our beard trimmer 5000." I'm like, "Well, that's the same thing that Manscaped gave me for my balls." And they're like, "Yeah, but this one's for your face." I'm like, "Why is it different?" And it's not. It's the same. You bought it. You went to the same factory in China to come up with a little tiny hair trimmer, and one company's like, "It's for your balls," and another company's like, "It's for your face," and it's all just trash that's going to be in a landfill in 2 weeks anyway. Anyway, who's our sponsor this week?
Nobody.
We don't have one.
Not this week.
We do it for the fans.
That's right. You're not gonna get a bunch of corporate chills out of us here at No
Till
Accounting for
next
Days.
week.
Yeah.
Till next week. Yeah.
By the way, we have an exciting feline product coming to you. Maybe. Did you guys see that? They sent us.
Yeah.
I can't remember what company it is, but
a year too late. My cat's dead. I could have really used that robot cat litter thing.
Mm-hmm.
We don't even have a sponsor yet.
Kyle Kinane's Dirt Nap, brought to you by Robot Cat Litter.
Okay, imagine your cat dies in there and just turning it over and over again.
Oh, no.
It's just rolling around like a hairy lottery ball.
Oh, no.
Where's Mr. Whiskers? Lump.
Oh, no.
It's round.
We are off topic.
We haven't even said what the topic is this week. And if you haven't looked what it is yet, I would love for you as the listener, if you have not looked what the topic is yet for this week, I would love to take a moment and think, what the fuck are they talking about?
Rachel made a suggestion. She's like, "You guys need to put in the corner of the videos what you're supposed to be talking about." So then maybe some reference to it would make sense 45 minutes into the episode. I'm like, it's a pretty good idea.
Yeah, we should talk to the video guy about that. That might be a good move.
Yeah, just to remind me. By the way,
on this week's episode, this might. Okay, if this is the first episode, we have a little graphic down there.
Uh-huh.
And the graphic is, and they still won't know because of the graphic. This is Keanu Reeves in a karate gi.
Yeah,
that's what our subject is this week.
I know we've been talking about. We've spent a half hour on why isn't gazpacho just salsa, but this is about. This episode's about Elon Musk's Starlink.
Everybody, this week we're talking about celebrities' hobbies. This is No Accounting for Taste. The only podcast that's below the average IQ line.
Hal, you're good with words. You know that, man?
I think the gym is dumb.
Did Rachel walk in the room? Of course I'm eating a Baconator.
Man, if you ain't doing CrossFit, you can get crossbuff.
You're right. A long burger's not the worst idea I've ever heard.
That's your sitcom right there as a Mr. Fix-It-All who just can't fix his heart.
We will not be defending Atlantic City.
No accounting for taste. If it's something that somebody loves, let's try and celebrate it instead of shitting on it.
Oh
Why-
man.
Oh, celebrities with hobbies. I love them. I like that somebody's not just focused on work all the time.
Yeah, Zuckerberg.
Corey Feldman, let me hear that music.
Oh
Oh, that's
Man.
actually how we got on this topic because a caller
Was
left a
it?
voicemail. Hold on. I think I can play it if you want.
I
yeah,
feel,
please play it.
Okay.
Why should we even start? Why should we even try and go in order anymore?
No, here we go.
Let's hear it.
Hey, Shane, Kyle, Charlene. I'm just calling. Love the show. But I double dog dare you to defend Corey Feldman's music career. It is a hot
do it.
elephant fart of a spiral out of control that there's nothing good coming from it. And I want to see if you can find that good. Love the show. My wife and I watch religiously. Keep it up. I need more super views. Bye.
Well, Bubba, you're going to get them, and you're going to get it. You laid down an impossible task for Canaan and the Shaniac and the Shardog, and guess what? The Big Spoon, Lady Bush, and Honey Cake are coming to you with all the answers right after this commercial break. I changed my voice for fun.
Why is there a commercial? We don't have any sponsors.
Okay, anytime you want to do the heavy riffing, let me know, Big Spoon. I'm giving nicknames.
I'm
know
giving
why
nicknames.
Did I
I
tell
don't
you
know why
when I
Shirley-
met Corey Feldman?
No.
No.
So it was in Oregon. And
Was
they,
he a dubstep DJ?
No. So you know the Goonies was filmed in Oregon, right? And
Yes.
so
One
for
of my
their
favorite
like
movies of all time.
it's a great
Also,
movie.
Kyle and I's legal representative.
Yeah.
What?
Jeff Cohn.
Chunky.
Oh,
Jeff
right,
Cohen is our attorney.
right. I forgot about him.
Mhm.
Chunk. So like 10-year reunion or whatever year reunion, they had this big Goonies festival in Astoria. So a bunch of us went down to it and they had like, I don't know, they had all these events for it. It was pretty fun. And Corey, so we're standing on this sidewalk and suddenly we're like, that's Corey Feldman right there. And so we go over to introduce we're like, hey, you know, we love this movie, blah, 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 you know, big fans, whatever. And he goes, are you gonna, my band's playing tonight. Are you gonna come watch the band? And before I could stop myself, I go, ooh, no, we're not doing that. And
Oh,
and then he said,
Corey.
he said, well, I gotta go. And then he walked like 3 feet down the sidewalk and then just stood there by himself, like just did. But his
Oh, Corey.
good.
Oh, Corey.
So,
He keeps stepping in it.
I didn't mean
that's-
to. Like it just came out. Like
Oh.
I tell the truth. I'm sorry.
Sorry if you can't handle me being real, Corey.
Yeah.
I
Now, Charlene,
That's
had you
about
heard
like-
this band before, or were you just like, I'm not doing that?
No, of course I had listened to the band on the way there because we were like, oh, his band's playing. Should we stay and watch it? Then we listened to the band and we were like, we should not. It's terrible.
What was the band? What's the name of his
Isn't
band?
it like Dogs? Or is that Keanu Reeves's
that's
band?
Keanu's. I thought he had like
Yeah,
Corey's
sorry.
Angels or something, and he had like
Oh.
a scan. I gotta
Corey's-
say, I don't think I can't think of any famous person's band that I want to listen to. But
No.
but Corey Feldman did kind of crack open the like pedophile scandal early and got like
Mhm.
famously shunned for it by like Barbara Walters and stuff, and he was
Yeah.
calling it out early on.
Yeah.
And so I bet like I'll say it now. If something bad, if Corey goes or something bad happens, people are gonna be like, wow, we treated that dude like shit.
Yep.
And he was just trying
Yeah.
to do the thing that made him happen. So I kind of don't want to drag him. Like I kind of feel bad about like the ironic celebration of somebody that maybe isn't in on the joke. Like I know they booked him at Riot Fest and all this stuff. And I
Yeah,
don't
I'm
know
reading
if-
about it right now. Can I tell you?
Yeah, and I don't know if he knows that he's kind of like a
Seen as-
novelty.
Where
Yeah,
on the
like-
other hand, like Macaulay Culkin has that Velvet Underground cover band that is just about pizza. Like all the songs are turned into songs about pizza, where he's
And he's just
in on the joke.
and
Like he knows what the joke is.
a rare, well-adjusted child star, and like, okay, I'm not gonna have that fame, but I'm still this guy, and I'm gonna live my life. Whereas,
He's
like, I don't know
very
if Corey's
funny.
got that.
Yeah.
I don't know if Corey's got that, and I think
People
are. It's gonna be that posthumous boy. He really was trying to blow the whistle on stuff, and we just made fun of his bad music. So
Yeah.
You know,
I don't know if I feel good about like dragging.
He's an
Feldman.
easy person to punch, and that kind of makes it like the Riot Fest thing is like kind of horrible. The more I'm reading about it right here, like it just feels mean spirit. You know, like
Yeah, well, and he was cringy. Like the whole Michael Jackson adoration and mimicry early on was like, dude was like, I mean, that dude came up with like phenomenal actors of his generation, like River Phoenix and like
Josh Brolin.
Josh, like all those guys. So like I have like I know it's like that silly, but I have. Hey, he's having his comeback around.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
I'm being serious.
But like so I kind of feel bad like dragging Feldman.
Yeah, I get it. And it's also like I say this, man. It takes a lot to try and put something out there no matter what you're making. Yeah. And especially on a scale where people they're kind of avidly rooting for him to fail. You know, like it's better for everyone else. They feel like if he put out a great piece of art, no one would believe it or want to believe it. Like everyone's disposition is set. So it's kind of unfair that he's not
when he's stuck in this
he's not getting to be a creative person with the benefit of the doubt that most people, because he's not going to be an actor anymore, or he doesn't want to. And I'm sure he's done plenty of shit that's kind of nuts. So, but everything he does is painted with a brush, which is kind of a shame. It's quite unfair.
Well, yeah, and he's always going to look like this, like Michael Jackson, greasy, dyed hair kind of thing that he's got going on. So nobody sees him as this kind of blank slate to be an actor.
Yeah.
You see Corey Feldman, this guy that keeps stepping in it every time he shows up somewhere. And I wonder, like, that's the thing. You get stunted, like, like it's, the peaked in high school kind of thing. But like, this is when you were at your most famous. How do you pivot away from that? I mean, I know if I want to play music, it's going to be punk rock I liked when I was 17. Like, I'm not going to know how to play. I'm not going to modernize my tastes. And so I wondered, like, oh yeah, none of these people are. I think, Keanu Reeves is playing grunge rock from 25 years ago.
Yeah, like it's all. It is what it is. Yeah, like I was like, I do not. This is a thing I think is actually very valuable. And my friend, actually Sam, who's not here right now, he said this to me once. He goes like, if you're a creative person, he read that you having something you do. Like if you're fortunate enough to make your living as a creative, like we are, you should have something you do that you don't give to public for consumption that defines your value in some way. Like that is creative. And I can't imagine. Well, I mean, of course I can imagine it, but like trying to do that twice, like giving it.
Yeah.
He did it as an actor, and now he's trying to do it as a musician. Corey Feldman, I mean, and now that's his value.
Yeah.
And now he can, like, if he decided to try and be a painter, people would fucking hate that too. And he could be great. There's no, like it would suck to not get any joy out of making and being creative. Like, I don't know if he's getting it or not, but to have people just persecute it all the time.
Yeah. Your value comes from others appreciating it as opposed to like I'm affected if comedy goes good or bad. That's, my will, but everything else, I've just allowed myself to be too. I've allowed myself to be terrible at all this other stuff because like I want to get better at these things, but there's no competition in it. I got a room full of instruments that I just make a bunch of stupid noise with, but it just makes me happy. I'm not trying to be in a band or anything. I go ride bikes. I'm bad at it, but and I'm like,
you know what I mean? That's what I like.
It benefits me. Yeah, it makes me happy. It fuels creativity elsewhere. But yeah, you're very right about I don't know if Corey Feldman has another gear. It's only like he has to make money by being Corey Feldman, not Corey Feldman, the personal chef, Corey Feldman, the landscape architect. He's just performer Corey Feldman. We're not going to hire you to act. Well, I'm a performer here. I'm going to sing in this misguided band of naked women behind me.
Yeah, if
that somebody could manage him into a better area, but he has a great reason to not trust anybody in show business. So
that's a very good point. Is there a celebrity artist, like meaning like, you know, like Keanu Reeves has his band, Corey has. Is there any kind of art, whether it be writing, film, paint, anything like you've enjoyed by a celebrity, their secondary art form, their silver medal art form?
I read. I just read a
they're
book.
Not famous for, I guess.
John Dardanelle. I'm sorry, I was cutting you off, Charlie.
The guy from.
No, go ahead.
The guy from
the Mountain Goats. Yeah, I bought one of his books and read it. It was interesting. I just didn't realize. I was confused on where the book was going. I forget. I thought it was like a horror novel, but it was really just about like a tragedy that took place in a town and how that tragedy painted how people look at that town. So it was less. It was like an airport. It was an airport book purchase. I'm like, oh, this cover. Oh, that's the guy from the thing. But he's a good writer. Sam Talent is a phenomenal writer.
True. Tom Papa's bread is excellent.
Really?
Did he make good bread?
Yeah, really.
He didn't make me any bread when I was there.
That dick.
He just gotten off a flight, so I didn't get any of the bread.
Oh, that's a shame. It's really good.
Papa.
Yeah. So yeah, there's a few. I don't know. People seem to like Jim Carrey's painting for some reason, but I don't.
Oh yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess he does a lot of that, but
people like John Wayne Gacy's paintings too.
That's true.
Again, now is the value of that art, like that's the whole thing, like valuing art's bullshit. So now it's just the name that made the art is what's giving the art value.
Right.
Yeah.
You can do that with painting. It's hard to do that with music.
Yeah, I don't think Jim's is bad. I just don't like. It doesn't like go to me, I guess would be the way to put it. But
I don't know what I like in paintings. I look at them like that one's good. I like this. There's these boats and people put puffy paint on them and they just copy them everywhere.
Charlie, did you find? What was the? I'm sorry, I just can't find it. Would you mind putting the list of celebrities with their hobbies or whatever in the chat, please?
Oh yeah.
I couldn't find them. Sorry.
Oh yeah, it kind of just makes vaguely pop art kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't hate it. I mean,
a lot of Trump kind of stuff and.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's not like I said, I don't think it's bad. It's not without talent. It's just not it doesn't like speak to me, you know?
Yeah.
But
I bet there's a lot of painters out there going, "Oh, Jim Carrey. Oh, Ace Ventura's getting a gallery show this weekend."
All righty then.
Real tick. The art of Jim Carrey. All righty then. That is the TikTok star getting a weekend at the club kind of vibe. Like,
yes,
okay.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah, celebrities with black belts.
This one now. Shane, did you look at it? Don't look at it yet.
I looked at two. I saw the top two. But keep going.
The top two. I wanted to say if you believed Chuck Norris. No shit.
Yeah, man.
Fucking. What is this website? I thought this website was called abracadabra.com. It's alabamatkd.com. It's Alabama Taekwondo, not abracadabra.
Yep.
Celebrities who have black belts. I mean, I think we know one celebrity with a black belt. His name's Sean Jordan.
You think Sean's a celebrity?
I mean, as far as like this list is pretty short otherwise. Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Buffy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I could see that. Kind of an action star in her own right.
Again, it's Taekwondo. It's aggressive exercise, which is a good thing to say publicly so I can get my ass kicked by a black belt in Taekwondo after a show. Willie Nelson. I feel like these are honorary belts. I feel it's like a degree from a university. Like, you know what? Let's give Willie Nelson.
Oh, it says that he did it when just days before he turned 81.
Oh yeah, okay. All right, sure, buddy.
Man, I saw
Michael
him.
Imperioli.
I saw him the day before New Year's in 2019. I don't know how old
Yeah.
Willie is now, but he must have had some work done because that guy, he put on a hell of a show, but it was 70 minutes. And when I think of him trying to break a board with his fucking foot, I think it might kill him. Like, and I love Willie.
Oof. Give him the styrofoam we painted brown. Joe Rogan, yeah, of course he's got
obviously
all the stuff. Catherine Winnick, don't know. We're already taking a plummet on who name recognized.
Famous for her role as the queen of on the hit series Vikings. That was a hit series.
I think this lady was already a Viking. She just happened to be on one show, but she was otherwise kicking the shit out of people. She reached the rank of second Dan in karate. There's a lot of Dans in karate. You got to make it all the way up. You got to fight the main big Dan.
I'm Dan 1.
I'm Dan. I invented karate. The levels are first, second, and third Dan.
I'm a 7th degree Dan, 8th degree black belt.
No, Dan. Is your name Dan? Right, you can't be here.
You got Dan right.
Eric Roberts. Why not? No, I'm not going to read about him.
Hey, I'm going to say this. I looked at the best of the best movies as a child as maybe the only way martial arts should be performed. I was fucking obsessed with it. I thought Eric Roberts was the coolest motherfucker ever.
Is he like
Did you ever see the best of the best movie?
No.
Oh man, they're awesome.
Is this in the same era that you got like Schwarzenegger and you got Norris doing Delta Force, and I'm gonna fuck around with Eric
around the
Roberts?
Around the same time, but like
before
around the same time, but it's more like
no way.
No major action star. Eric Roberts is probably the biggest star in it, right? Actually, no. So best of the best. Here's the pitch for the film. Are you ready, Hollywood? Here's what it is. James Earl Jones coaches an American Taekwondo team to go up against, I think, North Korea, if I remember correctly, in a competition. And the other members of the team are Eric Roberts, Chris Penn, an Asian actor you would know if you saw me, was in a bunch of stuff. I can't remember his name. And then two other dudes.
I'm sorry to that franchise, but if you're talking about the early 80s and you got Rambo, I'm not going to go fuck around with everybody's kid brother on a karate team. Do you like Sean Penn? Yeah. What about Julia Roberts? Great. Well, it's their brothers, and they're on a karate team.
You're not wrong.
And it's the voice of Darth Vader. Teaches them how to do karate. Get the fuck out of here with this movie.
We're going to watch it the first time I stay at the house.
Probably. Frankie Munoz races cars. Good for him. Good for little Frankie.
Good for little Frankie. Blur's bassist is a cheesemaker.
That's the kind of stuff I can get behind.
Yeah, a little bit. Let me read about it. Keep riffing, Kanane. I'm gonna get
just being a monger, just getting into like this other stuff, like the action guys. Because who was it? Was it
Alex
who became like a legit good race car driver from back in the day? Was
Munoz,
it Paul Newman?
Frankie Munoz.
But like back in the day, it was
yeah.
Paul. Like at 70,
yeah,
became like a legit. I respect going like, well, physically, I can't like be active, but put me in a machine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's
not
still
to say that raising. Like I'm gonna.
It's the way like
Clint
Eastwood keeps working.
Yeah.
In the way of like Clint Eastwood will never stop working, even though like what was that last movie he did?
He's out to lunch though.
Yeah, but he's
to drive.
He's a jazz pianist.
So yeah, somebody's telling him he's that. They put him in front of an old log and then play a CD behind him. Probably, I think. Okay, what about Jason Lee? I like that Jason Lee was a pro skateboarder and then became an actor. I think that's cool.
That is pretty great. Yeah. So
The skateboard people, I always thought like the skateboarders were kind of like, I think they're like very cool in their own right, and the fact that like, oh
they do
yeah,
what they
like,
want.
well, you think about like acting's weird. I got to pretend to have emotions, and it's like I don't know. It seems like it's against being a dude to want to act like, oh, I got to be vulnerable. Like, what's more vulnerable than like trying to do a handrail down 50 stairs and cracking your skull open? Like, yeah, I'll pretend to cry on camera. Like that seems like a natural. Like that's like they already have courage. They're not going to be afraid of acting or appearing vulnerable in a performing
because
art.
they've already split their testicles on a elementary school.
And I was always like, I don't know, acting's so weird, and you gotta like, oh, I'm pretending to be this thing, and then to hear skateboard kids doing that,
so hard.
Yeah,
it's really difficult.
Yes, it is.
I want to say this: just because somebody is successful in one art form or one creative or performance does not actually mean it was their first love. You know, like, and that's a thing.
Oh
like, yeah, they keep like you and I are both big music fans. We all are on this pocket. And like, I picked up a guitar before I ever did stand-up comedy. You know, I tried other stuff before. Like, so I think just because somebody becomes more successful at one thing than the other does not mean if they show it to people like like Marin's always playing guitar and doing those shows now at Largo.
It's not bad at guitar too.
Yeah, that's what I mean. But that's the thing of like, it does not mean it's not, it came to them second. It's not necessarily a thing to endorse their celebrity brand, like Gwyneth Paltrow's Goop shit. You know, like, so, like, I mean, it's a thing some people just love to do. You know, like,
a passion, if you will.
Yeah. So I think, and this cheeseman, from Rock's greatest trees lover, we bring you his full range of cheeses and related products. Alex James Cheese.
Alex, these pictures. This is looking good.
It looks like good cheese.
It's. I mean, I don't know how
Blue
you tell.
Monday. It's called Blue Monday.
Of
Come
course.
on with this guy.
Yeah.
And Alex James number 5 grunge, mental but gentle.
Categories.
Let's get some number 5 grunge cheese in honor of Kurt Cobain's 30th anniversary death yesterday. God,
I'm just stuck on this website.
Cheese.
Yeah, blue cheese. Look at how nasty this shit is. Oh, I love it.
Oh, there's a lot of beekeepers.
Funk.
There were so many beekeepers. It was wild.
I like it when it's not
this.
somebody going extreme, but it's like when they pull back into like the most meditative, calm hobby.
Yep.
That's the coolest thing.
Yep.
Yeah. Who do we got on bees?
I got you right now. Flea, Beyonce, Morgan Freeman.
Morgan Beeman.
There it is.
And David Beckham's iconic bee garden.
Yeah. So Morgan Freeman is super into it, and he keeps gifting beehives to other people, other friends of his. And bees are going extinct, so Morgan Freeman is really doing the Lord's work here.
You get a box
he's
from
doing
Morgan
a lot of good
Freeman.
things and one really shady thing.
You're like, oh, I got a box from Morgan Freeman. You open up, it's a bunch of bees. It sounds like Morgan Freeman hates your fucking guts.
Yeah, no kidding.
It sounds like Morgan Freeman learned about you, doesn't like you. He sent you a beehive.
Yeah.
Which is so sinister. I love it.
And you hear the narration of like, I first met Andy Dufresne. I first met Andy Dufresne in the summer of 1938. Looked to me like a
and that's when he decided to open the box.
Oh my gosh.
Flea loves
What's
bees.
in the
Beyonce's got bees.
What's in the box? What's in the box?
Oh yeah.
It's bees.
Oh, it's my goopy wife's head with a bunch of bees.
More. I don't want to sound weird, but Morgan Freeman sent me a box of bees.
Honestly, we could just start mailing everybody boxes of bees. Just put the return address as Morgan Freeman. Look, that's what he does.
Yeah.
We could.
Just mailing people bees is fun. I Okay, now I'm on board with this. Jim Belushi has a weed farm. That just seems like an investment opportunity.
No.
Really?
He is so into it. He did all of the like interviews, and he only wants to talk about his weed farm. He had like books and whatever coming out, but he doesn't want to talk about it. He only wants to talk about his weed farm. He's on the weed. He lives there. He's super into it. It's legit.
Imagine knowing nobody wants to talk to Jim Belushi in the first place, and then finding out he only wants to talk about weed on top of it.
Wow.
No, he's really into it. He's super hands-on.
It was Jim Belushi in this Best of the Best movie. His brother was better at things than he was.
You know what? We dog Jim Belushi. We should do. We should do
Celebrity brothers, siblings.
So siblings is a good subject for us.
Like Clint Howard.
Yeah, like
Clint
Frank
Howard
Stallone.
is a weird one. He was on Those Who Can't.
Yeah.
They're like, do not bring up politics around him.
Okay.
He's like, he was like very adamant about getting the stuff. It was really cool to be like on Those Who Can't, knowing like, oh, here's a show for True TV that my buddies made. But they got really famous guest stars, and how much they all took it seriously and wanted to do it right. And I'm like, oh, these are professional actors. They're happy to have whatever work's coming their way. So kudos to him. And Susie Essman fucking ruled.
Yeah,
she was on
great
all the time. She was from
was she awesome?
Enthusiasm.
Yeah, she's so
ruled.
good.
She was just awesome to hang out with. She was like, oh, Susie. I'm in the scene with Susie today.
She
it was such a
started
good
in
cast,
stand-up.
Oh, did she?
Yeah, I'm almost positive. Yeah, because Tom and her are friends from way back.
Okay, yeah. She was great. Everybody, but Clint Howard, intense dude.
Oh,
Kyle.
Ironically, the movie called Best of the Best had the second best of all these famous families in it. Second best of the best.
There is a sequel.
The rest of the best.
And guess
the best of the rest.
Guess who is the main bad guy in the sequel? You're gonna love this.
Wait. I wanna. Oh, who's got?
I'm gonna give you one clue.
Is it Frank Stallone?
Las Vegas. I'm gonna give you one clue, and the clue is Las Vegas.
Carrot Top.
Good guess.
Wayne Newton. Wayne, no. He plays the announcer of the death arena they battle in. And he's
yeah.
I like seeing Wayne Newton in movies.
I do too. I mean, he's amazing in Vegas Vacation when he's trying to. Yeah. Kyle, did you know your home city of Chicago has it all? Spectacular food, legendary light knife, and now one of the best ping pong scenes in the country. Yes, it's true. Ping pong is back in a big way. Thanks to the person you might least expect.
No, what's her name's?
Yeah, no, it is
Sarandon.
Susan Sarandon.
Is it Susan Sarandon's?
Yeah.
Yep.
Is
Susan
that place
Sarandon.
still open?
And you know what? Caroline's, a place we performed at together, is now one of her comedy or one of her ping pong halls. And also, she has the same birthday as me, so her and I should probably kiss. Anyway, I got a big thing for Susan Sarandon.
I agree, but the phrasing of that was spectacular.
We had the same birthday. We should kiss.
I meant I have a big thing for Susan Sarandon. My thing is big for Susan Sarandon.
All right. I get where you're going. Don't make it gross. Me and Sue.
God, I love the internet. What does Susan Sarandon have to do with ping pong? Well, she does this thing with the balls.
Oh boy.
Oh my! Joe Manganiello runs the most exclusive Dungeons and Dragons campaign in Los Angeles.
Who is that?
The hunky Italian from True Blood.
Yeah. He was a werewolf on it, I think.
Charlene,
he's in a lot of stuff.
A lot about this. You want to chime in? Do you have a big thing for this Joe? Ooh, look at this.
No, he's just been in a lot of stuff. I think you would recognize him.
He was married to Sofia Vergara.
He was in Magic Mike.
Listen, Charlene, you clearly have a thing for this guy. You can talk.
Who wouldn't? Look at him.
I know, but you know about him. Like, oh, he was married to this. You're like, he was in Magic Mike.
I was just naming things you might recognize, buddy.
Yeah.
But I think it's
on a
funny
reg-
that guy is running like the hottest Dungeons and Dragons
It's crazy.
campaign.
Well, the
The
guy
game
that
has got the
Go
list
ahead,
on this
sorry.
game is regular players are Vince Vaughn, Tom Morello, The Big Show from WWE, and Game of Thrones co-creator DB Wise all gather, and that's wild.
I mean, it is
good for him.
acting, you know.
What's the guy that's like super in like Warhammer? He plays like The Witcher. I don't know. It's something that comes up on Reddit.
Oh, that
nerds.
guy.
But he's like famously loves this tabletop
This guy-
role-playing game. The bass player for Rage Against the Machine. You just mentioned Tom Morello, but the bass player
Is that Brad Wilk?
I don't know his name, but he's a huge cyclist. And Strava is this program that you basically record your time in it, but you could also, I don't use it because I suck, but you could also look at anybody using this thing can put their stats for trails, and like he has the best time in all the trails in the Santa Monica Mountains, I guess. Like, so he's also in a famous band, and also he's crushing. Like, anybody that rides these trails that uses this program will like can record their times, and you can see his are always like the best times for all of them. So
Tim
he's,
Comerford, his name.
I think that's pretty. Like the thing we should get into is like these secondary. Most of these things are just hobbies. You know, they're not for performance.
yeah, it's
like
not
this
for
D&D game
consumption.
is kind of is obviously like there's not a lot of profitability to be made in all of this. But it is wild how intense. Like, look at these pictures from this D&D game. There's like skulls everywhere and shit. It's pretty funny.
Well, I always thought, like, I don't know anything about D&D, but it seems like if I could see how that's easy to get into. It was mocked, and then a bunch of people were like, yeah, but it's actually really fun. And then it looks like people just get down. I mean, we've talked about it in the past, but
Yeah.
But so these are all like, okay, these are passions, but what about for us to consume? What about music?
Okay.
What about people's bands?
Let's go find some of these bands.
Actors
Okay.
bands.
Oh, Erica
This
Badu
is-
is a certified doula. That kind of kicks ass.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah. Actors bands. Oh, and Nick
Pen-
Offerman's woodworking thing is well documented as well. Okay, where's the
I don't know.
bands?
Okay, here's from the iHeartRadio
Oh, actors.
website. Who's I don't know who these people are in the first place. Who's Penn Badgley? It's not a real name.
Moth XR.
I think it's I don't know. Ryan Gosling, he's playing music.
He was
I
in
guess.
the Penn Badgley is in Gossip Girl. You, John Tucker Must Die. Blah blah. He's just some teen actor.
Okay. Ryan Gosling, he's out there.
I mean,
Yeah,
Ryan
Dead Man's
Gosling
Bones.
was a Mouseketeer, right?
They were
so like
they were
Yeah,
really
so he-
like
He was
That
kind
was
of
like
bred to be an entertainer on a lot of different levels.
yeah, that was like
Yeah.
child star
yeah.
Green Beret training. Like
So
you're
it's no
gonna have a
surprise
set
that he
of
has
skills.
a band because like duh. And I
Yeah,
mean that
that was, like-
performance at the Oscars was off. I mean, it was wild.
Was
Was
it
it really
fun?
good? I didn't watch
It
it.
was so. You should just watch that.
It's really
Yeah.
fun.
It's
Like, people got
really
great
fun.
reviews.
It's super fun. Yeah.
I'm all right with that
Okay.
Gosling.
I'll give it a-
I think he's a fun guy. I like him.
Yeah. Yeah, he does
Zo-
comedy really well. That movie, The Other Guy, not Other Guys, The Nice Guys.
Yeah. It
He's
is pretty
fantastic
good.
in that
Yeah.
with Russell
it's
Crowe.
really good.
Yep.
It's
Yeah.
really good.
Zoe-
Zooey Deschanel. If I never see another fucking ukulele in my life, it'll be too soon.
Mhm.
Hey, I was doing someone's podcast, right? And she
Mhm.
came up and I go, man, she really like ham fist in singing to anything she can in her acting gigs. Like she's always doing it.
Mhm.
And this person laughed so hard because they had interviewed interviewed her a week before, and they were like,
And she did
fucking
that.
sucks. And she said
Oh.
like she was like a real pain in the ass.
I don't. Oh, okay, I just think like the trope that she created
It's
of like the whimsical ukulele thing.
yeah, it's a little
can't-
gross and toxic.
Yeah, I
to be
can't
honest.
do
It's
it
also
anymore.
like it just goes on with her whole like everything she wears and does in her old persona is very to me. And like while I really liked her show New Girl, I thought it was funny.
I did too. Yeah.
I just think it's such a fucking calculated. It just feels like people like
Well-
this. What if I played the?
But it's
I don't think she's anywhere near as quirky as she pretends to be. I think she's calculated and leans into quirk.
Well, I mean, do you remember the mid-aughts?
But I could be wrong.
Remember the mid-aughts hipster? I mean, we're talking about Corey Feldman being locked in 1987.
Right.
That's the same thing, but just like 2005 Silver Lake.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess
Like,
I'm being unfair because I like their show.
Yeah, it was fine for what it was. I got
and some
really
of the songs
burnt
are
out on the
good. Some of her songs,
copycats.
I've heard some of the stuff, and it's not bad. I'm just kind of being judgy because I heard she was.
No, it's the copycat stuff that I got burnt out on. But maybe she's fine. I don't need to see. I don't want to see anybody with a ukulele ever
Jared
again,
Leto,
unless you're Hawaiian.
Yeah, Jared Leto, 30 Seconds to Mars.
I mean,
it's what it is.
Being whatever he is.
It sounds as good as most of that music sounds to me. That's what I'll say about
they have
I'm not even saying that to be mean. It just doesn't appeal to me.
Aren't they the ones that have that camp on an island?
He's got a lot of goofy shit going on.
Yeah, he's a weird one.
Yeah,
but he's basically like, I'm going to start a cult, and people are like, yeah, I'll be in your cult. Fucking let him go.
Yeah, yeah.
I can't fault him for just being straightforward. Like, I'm going to go out here. I'm Jared Leto. You know me from movies and music. And I also, you want to come hang out with me and be weird? And people are like, okay.
Yeah.
Live your life.
Yeah. Oh, my God. I forgot about this. We're going to skip right over Johnny Depp's Hollywood Vampires, even though he's on stage with Alice Cooper and I think Joe Perry in this photo.
Uh-huh.
Well, that's that's the band, yeah.
Jada Pinkett Smith's Wicked Wisdom.
What is that?
It's her new metal band.
Oh,
and
no.
They did was it Letterman? I'm trying to find it. It was fucking insane how bad it was.
Yeah, it was Letterman.
It was.
I'm excited for this.
I mean, you will watch it and be like, she's feeling it. It's just so bad. Like, oh my God.
I want to see it now.
That was fucking rough, man. I did not want to watch that again. Oh, Tenacious D, but that's kind of its own weird, legitimate thing.
That's what they were before. They're entertainers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to watch the Jada Pinkett thing after this. I got very excited about it. Russell Crowe, look at these 90s alt rockers. Yeah. 30-odd foot of grunts. All right, sure, man.
I don't even know how you get to that title. Kevin Bacon and the Bacon Brothers.
I think they're pretty, like, well-known. He just seems like a folksy kind of guy.
Yeah, Bacon? And he, like, lives on it's not a farm. What do you call it when you're...
They got a little farm.
I mean, it's a farm.
Kira Sedgwick, yeah.
Yeah.
And they just hang out with their animals. I like them. They seem nice.
They seem nice, yeah.
And again, there's some interesting, like, and it's not a lot of these are not as bad as I thought they would be on this list.
Jason Schwartzman, I think, was in the band before the acting thing.
Phantom Planet.
Oh, really?
Andy, I think he's a drummer too, so not going for the vanity role.
Yeah,
not going for the front man.
Yes, Steve Martin.
Martin, wicked banjo player.
Yeah,
phenomenal banjo player.
Yeah.
Is he?
Yeah.
I mean, like, I don't know any other banjo players. I don't know any other banjo
Give a listen. He's been banjoing for a long time. Back in the Arrow Through the Head days.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
He's like
Adrian Grenier from Entourage is the singer for Kid Friendly and the drummer for the Honey Brothers.
Everything about that sounds so predatory.
Yes. Ed Westwick in The Filthy Youth. I don't even know who that is.
Who was the actor that was doing the documentary that was doing the biopic for
Joaquin
the germs?
Phoenix.
And that?
Oh, no.
No. This was some other, and he just became the singer for the Germs. Like they just went, like he just became the singer. Yeah. I forget. I can do this.
Man.
Well, what we do is Secret is the movie about Darby Crash. And who is Shane West?
Funny.
Just went on and became the singer for the Germs.
That's really funny.
It's like awesome, man. Yeah, I like doing this. I'm gonna just be a singer.
Good for that guy.
Mandy Moore, she was singing, then she's acting.
Yeah.
You know,
She's doing a lot of
she's
stuff.
quite a talent.
She's doing all this stuff. Taylor Momsen, don't know who that is.
Some of these are people I don't know, but like I will say this list is much more forgiving than I thought it would be as for celebrities and bands. And bands are the big one.
Juliette Lewis. I'm gonna let Juliette Lewis do whatever Juliette Lewis.
100%. 100%.
She is also.
Yeah.
I was like Juliette and the Licks. Yep, never heard it, but I already agree with it.
Yeah,
I bet
I've seen them. I saw them. I saw them at the Hawthorne, and
yeah,
it's pretty good. But she is undeniable. Like she's got a charisma that is like real. You know, like and she's on stage and kicking ass.
Yeah,
and you get the impression that she really loves doing. It's not another thing for attention. Like she's just like, I want to be a creative. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I quite liked it. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. But yeah. Why don't we should we go over and have a little check the kitty litter box?
Okay.
Well, seeing as how we haven't listened to any of these bands, I guess we're just letting them be okay.
Yeah, well, that's kind of like I will say some of these bands I've heard just through happenstance. Some are more successful than others, but that 30 Seconds to Mars thing just sounds as good as that's kind of music is going to sound to me. I'm just not gonna like what I've heard. You know, like it doesn't appeal to me.
I'm gonna let Miley Cyrus do whatever Miley Cyrus wants to do.
Yeah,
100% agree.
I like her cover of Wildflowers.
Yeah,
that's a good song.
I think she just fucking goes for it and doesn't care, and I think that's cool.
Yeah.
That being said, we did rank her number 4 on After Midnight when we were ranking female pop stars.
I didn't know what was supposed to be happening there because she's not a pop star. She's an icon. All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's more than this bubblegum shit. She's got integrity.
Did I tell you about the time when I met Miley Cyrus?
Oh.
Where did you meet Miley Cyrus at?
At Bianca Del Rio's house.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What?
That's a fun mix.
What were you doing?
Well, I was at Bianca Del Rio's house, and Miley Cyrus shows up. There was only 5 people there, and 2 of them were those 2. And I was like, I don't belong here. I gotta go. I left. I was like, this is not for me. She was super
dropping
nice.
off this box of bees that Morgan Freeman wanted you to have.
Basically, I was like, how did I end up here? This is not my life. Gotta go. Bye.
I did
out.
I did stand up at James Franco's like bar mitzvah or something. They were doing like a fake bar mitzvah thing for James Franco, but it was for Seth Rogen's charity.
Oh right,
They had it be like and she did like a musical number, and then she was just backstage. She's wearing something silly, but she's like, I'm wearing this dumb fucking get up for this shit. Like she seemed very like
regular,
down to clown.
Yeah.
You did stand up at James Franco's bar mitzvah?
Me and Funches got booked to do stand up. Yeah. It was the ruse to have this event to raise money for Seth Rogen and Seth and his wife.
Hilarity
for
charity.
Yeah.
Like
so this was an excuse to have like celebrities and stuff. But we did stand up on it, and it was
okay. How was it?
I mean, it was. I remember it being fine. I remember partying too much afterwards.
Okay,
that was on me. That was a whole other thing.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
but all right. Well, hey, you know what? Go make your bands, actors and actresses. Go and play your little songs.
This stuff so much. Okay. Well, we'll be right back.
Play your little songs.
Go play your little songs. Paint your little pictures. Have your massive bee farms.
You know what? If your band sucks as an actor, Willie Nelson, the black belt, should have the opportunity to try and kick your ass.
We'll be right back. Everybody, we're back, and we're talking about celebrities, hobbies, side projects, artistry, blah, blah, blah. This is no accounting for taste. I am too. I'm not. I normally I could see myself skewing pretty negative on this, but I like this one.
I like Susan Sarandon's ping pong empire. I want to go. I would a ping pong
I got
Place
a
seems
big
awesome.
thing
It
for
also
her.
seems like a lot of balls just running around. Brad Pitt as ceramics.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Fucking-
do you like this ceramic? It's a pit.
He's just letting.
It's the guy from 12 Monkeys.
Yeah.
I think we should get to the callers because I think we're gonna have a few people who have interesting things to say on this.
Okie dokie. Here's the first one.
Meow meow.
Yeah. Oh, hold on. Okay.
Hi. I am calling about celebrity hobbies. I heard Shane's comment about like celebrities that are also in bands, and I thought about like Keanu Reeves is in a band.
Gagstar.
I think like plenty of celebrities are in bands. And it's cool, you know. So, I mean, people have hobbies and people are talented, have, you know, plenty of talents. I think it's cool, like when they keep them separate, you know. Sometimes celebrities like don't even like promote one when they're doing another.
I love it when they don't do that.
Like Ryan Gosling, he's also in a band, but doesn't really promote it. If he's
I say that if Keanu Reeves in the middle of John Wick just took a break to play bass on some tunes,
Yeah.
pretty cool.
And you won't see the best of the best movie with Eric Roberts.
And you know what the best of the best would be? Keanu Reeves is pausing the ass kicking to rock some tunes. That would be the best of the best. The best being John Wick and Keanu Reeves, and the best of that being a rockin' tune in the middle of all this ass kickery. That's the best of the best. Not Julia Roberts' wonk-eyed brother, fucking spin kicking. Whatever other sibling is being dragged into the industry by their older kind of lost Sutherland we got.
It's a good movie. We're gonna watch it. We'll watch it. You can do a watch along on the Patreon.
Oh, good. Oh, wait, is Emilio Estevez the wise janitor that teaches him how to? I got nothing but love for Estevez. I don't know why I'm saying that.
Yeah, see,
Men at Work. There's two brothers in a movie together.
That's true. Mm-hmm.
All right, sorry to interrupt this call. It was moving at such an interesting pace.
Okay.
Talented, have, you know, plenty of talents. I think it's cool, like when they keep them separate, you know. Sometimes celebrities like don't even like promote one when they're doing another. Like Ryan Gosling, he's also in a band, but doesn't really promote it. If he's like on talk shows and stuff, he doesn't talk about his band if he's there promoting a movie or vice versa. Except Jared Leto. Like Jared Leto, aside from him being like a super creep, like borderline like cult leader and a problem, I don't
He's a problem.
like that. I think that's a problem. I think he's a problem.
I love this call.
And it's not even like I don't.
It took
like
a while
the
to get
band,
cooking, but I'm
but
liking
like
it
that,
now.
I don't know. I think he like didn't he climb a building like to promote his like release of a band
walked
of
away.
an album for his band. I don't know if that worked.
Oh, of course he's
Or
coming
like
back with a
maybe that
guitar.
his band got back together, or like went on tour or something. I don't know.
I hate it when
Anyway,
they promote other
but,
stuff too.
Yeah. So finding out celebrities are like also in bands, that's super cool because like they don't necessarily promote them, except Jared Leto. And I get a weird feeling about it. I'm not sure.
Get a
But then,
weird
like,
feeling this call's
Vice
not gonna
versa,
end.
when you have like celebrities that are in bands first and then they turn actors or something. I don't know. Like Beyonce was in like Austin Powers 3. That was cool. Anyway, I don't know. I don't have a problem with celebrities having hobbies that are outside of like their main,
What about
moneymaker.
just guitar collecting? Do you have any problem with?
Unless it's Jared Leto. maybe I just get weird feelings about Jared Leto because I think he's a cult leader. I don't know. Anyway, those are my opinions.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Is she done?
That was lengthy.
All we have time for this week, everybody.
I like her point about them not promoting other things when they're promoting something else. But yeah, that was
Jared Leto is a problem.
Yeah, that's the name of the show. That's the name of
Did he
this
climb
episode.
something? He climbed a thing.
Climbed a building.
He did climb a thing. Jared Leto
What's-
climbing. Jared Leto climbed the Empire State Building.
No, he
No, he
didn't.
didn't.
You know what? Fuck it. I think I like Jared Leto. He this was not too. This was in November.
Just in
And,
November, like just this past November.
In November 9th, Academy Award winner and 30 Seconds to Mars frontman Jared Leto became the first person to legally scale the Empire State Building.
Legally.
Okay, less cool.
That is
Anyway.
less cool.
I
Really
mean, he's
is.
out. But okay, he's fucking bonkers. But if you're gonna use your celebrity like to access things, you know, use your fame to get grant access.
Yeah.
He used it to be like,
use your career, maybe using your career as an actor to make your band more popular.
but in to promote the band, he's like, let me climb the building.
That is crazy.
It is
Like, I'm still not gonna listen to his fucking band, but I like that he was like,
but it is.
you know
a
what?
little bit of a circus show of like
I'm gonna one up
how are we gonna
the
get
billboards.
How are we gonna get people inside all this tent? I don't know. We'll have a woman with a beard and an elephant.
Yeah.
That's how we'll make
What
one.
if
Yeah,
What if I'm the billboard and I go up on the side of the building for the day?
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah.
Let's listen to
If
another caller.
if you say no, you're fired. Let me climb the Empire State Building. Yes. Like
Let's listen to another caller. Hopefully, it'll be a shade under an episode of Scrubs and Link.
Here's the next one.
Hi, Kyle, Shane, and Charlene. This is Johnny in New Jersey. I'm calling to comment about celebrity hobbies.
Yes.
Whatever makes them happy. That's all I gotta say. You know, they're not hurting anybody. Let them do what they want. All right, meow meow, soup soup.
Soup.
Oh my God,
man, we're really
what kind of
really getting both
what
ends
kind
of
of juggalo dinner bell is that? Soup soup.
meow, soup.
I am saying that when I walk into every restaurant for the rest of my life.
Oh my God.
You ever like wonder when we're like slowly rattling our way into our days of dementia? That like somebody will be like there'll be a nurse bringing food and it's like, I don't know why, but like they just go in there, like it'll be like a 22-year-old nurse be like, go in there and bring this guy soup, and you're gonna get a laugh that's gonna change your day. Soup. You're like, why do you think he does that? You know, I don't know. What did he do for a living? Like he was a comedian?
Okay. Well, speaking of celebrities with hobbies, so Bobcat, he's living in suburban Chicagoland, had a bunch of ducks in his backyard, and he's talking about he wanted to get like the little kind of novelty trains you could just sit on and ride around, so he could ride around his duck ponds. And he said his daughter's like, I'm not gonna know when you become senile if this is the shit you want to do now. I'm gonna have no idea when you're losing it because you already want to do this stuff.
That's
Hey, little duck soup, Marx Brothers film. Quack
Wop,
quack.
wop, wop. Soup soup.
Soup. Meow meow. Soup.
We have time.
Shout out to John. Was that John? Was that John from New Jersey?
My man from Jersey saying
Yeah,
whatever he did.
yeah, giving us a soup call.
Yeah. We have time for one more before soup. Here it is.
Anthony in Oklahoma here on the subject of celebrity hobbies. Some of them you get like Henry Cavill, who's a huge nerd and plays Dungeons and Dragons and stuff. That's
the
fine.
guy.
Whatever. I gotta tell you, there is this one comedian who just goes on and on and on about mountain biking. He's always
dude, 'cause
going
fucking
out,
cool, nerd.
getting rad and all
Yeah,
that.
dude.
We get it. You've got lots of time and your knees still function. Give it,
Yeah, they do.
all right? Oklahoma out.
I love it. Ooh.
Want to throw a little spice at me? Throw a little spice. I can take the spice. I can take the heat.
Who do you think he's talking about? He didn't say anyone's name.
Did you get into cycling recently, Shane?
I think we both know I did not. Sorry about that.
Did you ever get into? You know what your hobby should be? Learn how to turn off notifications on your computer.
Yeah,
Mute.
It adds to the charm of the show. It's all one unflushable. It's all one unflushable turd.
We're really using the word charm liberally.
Yes, we are. Okay, everybody, we know what time it is, and we want to hear you yell this as soon as I say it. Soup.
It's a two-parter this week, I think.
One ladle for each of us.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, so it's Soup Man. I'm sick as a dog.
Oh, but man.
I feel like I got ate by a coyote and crapped off a cliff. That's from a Western, but I can't remember the name of it, but I do remember that line. So I'm spending the day trying to find that Western. If any of you know what it is, let me know. Drop a comment, like and subscribe on the Instagram and everywhere. No account for taste. I'm on Dayquil and Mucinex, and
More of a broth.
I have chicken tortilla soup, and it's great.
Okay.
10 out of 10 because I feel like hot dog shit. 10 out of 10. Super duper. Get it from Cafe Rio, a Utah staple. It is a chain, but fuck it. I'm sick this week. Cafe Rio. It's the only 1,500 calorie salad you'll ever find. Cafe Rio. I don't know what I wanted to talk about.
He's sick. He's playing hurt
I
today.
know. Soup.
I know.
Cockney.com. ShaneIsAComedian.com. I have a question for you guys.
Okay.
Have you ever played like a stadium or a giant theater? Is it weird? What did that feel like for the first time? The biggest thing that you've ever played. All right.
Okay.
Peace.
Feel better, Cody. Oh,
Yeah, man,
my
we need
man.
I'll let you
My
answer
man.
that question, and then I'll play you part 2 of that message.
Okay, all right.
Uh,
Shane, you played the big shops.
Yeah, I've done a few of them. You saw a
Little
few though.
bird.
Obviously, you have too. Is that weird? It's just big. Like, here's how people always ask about the size of it and like what that's like. And I say, this is the thing. I go, if to a comic, if they ask me, I say, it's like this. You've played a comedy club before. And they go, yes.
Mhm.
Now, you know how distracting it is when 5 people are coming in to a show to get a table. Now, imagine that number is in a room of 15,000 people. And it's like, that's like,
Yeah.
it's not crazy. It's just like you have to play to the people that are there because there's just going to be people walking in. If you go second or third even, that's really fun because you are just in front of a basically a roar house of people that want it. You know, like that's what I think. And the theaters are like perfect, and the arenas are amazing. But yeah, and then clubs are very special too. They all have their own place. That's what I think.
I wonder. We're all going to see Because Jeff Tate's opening for Tom Segura tomorrow at Moda Center, so we're going to see.
Are you
that.
going?
I've never seen a comedy show in a place that big. I opened for the Impractical Joke. I've told the story. When I opened for the Impractical Jokers, I bombed in front of 12,000 people. That was my biggest experience, and man, it sucked. So I am curious to see how comedy, and I left as soon as I got off stage, so I didn't even watch how the rest of it went. So I'm curious to see how comedy is digested in that large of a space.
Yeah, I think you're going to have an interesting experience because I've never done it from the audience.
Yeah.
Like I've only done it from stage. And
I've done it from
like,
the audience. It kind of sucks, to be honest with you.
Well, I want to like in a club, people are like, be like, oh, you talking interrupts the show.
Right.
And so it's focused. Whereas like, oh, you're sitting.
People are just talking. Yeah.
3 blocks away. They're just hanging out, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. It can be. And there is like, I think with anything, with someone who can command that many ticket sales, after a little bit, it's like, bring us the guy. Like, like I said, because they're just there. Yeah.
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 You know who I saw in the stadium?
Who'd you see?
Bill Cosby.
Distance is a good thing when seeing Bill Cosby.
I didn't know. Here's part 2. Cody calls back.
Oh, okay.
Soup Man, sick day update. The movie's called Purgatory. It's bad. Don't watch it. It's got Peter Stormare in it. But it's also got Donnie Wahlberg and Eric Roberts. And they're like the stars. And then there's just Randy Quaid.
2 brothers.
I don't know, just being Randy.
3 brothers!
I can't look at him the same ever since he released a sex tape with his wife where she's wearing Bernie Madoff's face as a mask.
Why did you watch that? I'll look it up right now.
That's a hell of a sick day up there. All right, bye.
First of all, I don't want to say why would you watch it. This man calls in and gives us free soup reviews every week. Let him have something if he wants to have something. That's 3. Randy Quaid's the best Quaid brother, right?
Yeah.
Watch this Randy Quaid sex tape would be like watching me make a sex tape. So I don't even like having a mirror in the room.
Yeah.
Okay. That's 3
everyone.
brothers. That's the best of the best sequel right there. You got Randy Quaid, Donnie Wahlberg. Who was the other one he said?
Eric Roberts.
Eric Roberts.
Yeah.
I don't know much about podcast or if ours is any good, but I do know that this is the most Eric Roberts has ever been brought up on this podcast.
Probably on any podcast, let's be honest.
By the way, if you haven't seen the newest episode of Righteous Gemstones or the newest season, Eric Roberts, fantastic guest star.
He was also on Those Who Can't too, and he was pretty wild there.
Yeah.
I'm dragging him. I got no reason. I'm just doing it for comedic effect. I got no beef with Eric Roberts.
You leave old E. Boberts alone.
But all the other movies, all the other movies that were in the early 80s, the best then come into rotation. Get a lot of good choice action flicks. That's all I'm saying.
We're going to have an action movie watch soon. Kyle, tell them where they can find you.
Kyle Kinane on the internet.
Kyle Kinane on the internet.
And when this comes out, I got lots of shows. Come to a show.
Coming out. Just go check him out. Follow him on the Instagram. I'm Shane Torres. You can find me in Grand Rapids, Michigan, the last weekend of May. Kansas City, Missouri, the last weekend of June. And I got a lot of other stuff coming up. Can't wait to see you guys. I love you. Our shout out and love. And thanks to the one and the only Charlene Connolly. We love you guys. Shout out to Buster. And we'll see you next week when we defend crypto. All right. Goodbye for meow. And I think we got a new call off. And I think y'all know what it is.
Soup.
Yes!
Yeah. We got Buster.